This is your weekly market watch for Seattle, Washington. Hey everyone, it's Brennan Klaus here. It is Wednesday, April 9th, and this is your weekly market watch for what's going on in the Seattle real estate market. So it's no doubt that last week was a little bit scary for a lot of people, and so that definitely had an impact on the real estate market. We saw that in areas where buyers would have been competing before, that they were no longer competing, and that the market did take a little bit of a shift. We'll get to some of the stories here in a second, but first and foremost, let's start with the numbers of the interest rates. So as the stock market goes down and there's a little bit of uncertainty in the market, the interest rate has also gone down, and the 10-year treasury, which is the one that typically indicates where the interest rate, the mortgage interest rate, is going to go, has also fallen both at the end of last week and beginning of this week. So that's something that we are looking at as sort of like a leading indicator of what's going on and what will happen with the mortgage rates. As of today, the 30-year fixed is at 6.85. It did drop a little bit lower than that at the end of last week. We saw it at 6.79. We saw it at 6.69. So it was a little bit lower at the end of last week. So it has come up a little bit over the past few days. The 15-year fixed is at 6.24%, and the 30-year FHA and 30-year VA is at 6.23% and 6.25% respectively. So as we think about what's going on in the market, like I mentioned, where buyers were competing before are no longer competing, or at least not for this week. So one in particular, we had a listing in Sammamish, which is a very popular neighborhood east of Seattle, and it's popular because of its schools, proximity to Microsoft and Bellevue. And in that community where we might have seen 2 or 3 offers on the offer review date, this week we only saw 1 offer. And so that was an indication, I believe, of people being a little bit uncertain about the stock market. A lot of people in our area do have stock or are compensated with stock. So think like Amazon employees, they definitely have stock rewards. If they have not cashed those out, then their ability to pull that out for a down payment could be impacted by something like this. That said, over in West Seattle, one of our teammates put in an offer, and there were, I believe, 6 other offers, or 6 offers total, on a new construction home with views of the water, and that one escalated way over the list price. So it's very different area by area and house by house, which has always been the case, but I think that's especially true here in this political climate and this economic climate where we're seeing these differences. Okay, now let's turn directly to specifically the Seattle market. In terms of condos, in the past 7 days, we saw 19 additional condos come over on the market as compared to the last 7 days. So 215 this week as opposed to 196 the week before. In number of condos that have gone under contract, this is down 3 this week to 179 from 182 last week. And the number of sold listings or closed is 33 down this week, so at 111 down from 144 last week. So the condo market, we are seeing a little influx of inventory, but we're not seeing as many go under contract as we were the week before. This might be due to the economy, but the condo market has been slow this year and is a little difficult to predict. I would say now is the best time to sell a condo if you are selling this year, because we have the most buyers out, but it has been a little bit hard to predict. For residential or single family homes, this week we saw 49 more hit the market over last week. That was at 502 compared to 453 the week before. I believe this is one of the first times that we've broken 500 in a week. So that is definitely bringing us into the spring market in the busiest season. Number under contract was 550 this week, which is up 32 from last week at 518. So again, 550 outpacing those 502 that have come on the market. So the inventory is still being bought up. It's not sitting too long, but depending on if you're in a single family home or a townhome, that could be a different answer. The number of closed listings was down 65 at 365, down from 430 in the week prior. So what does this mean? It is a slight hiccup in the market right now. We are seeing a little bit of hesitation from buyers, specifically just since last Friday. But what we will continue to watch is, will the interest rate coming down actually impact buyers and spur some more growth in real estate or some more competition? My thought is that if the stock market goes up at all and people are able to take money out, will we maybe see people take money out of the stock market and put it into something like real estate that is a little less volatile? Of course, it's harder to access than stock money, but if you're able to protect your asset a little bit more, maybe that's something we'll see people do. If you are thinking about buying or selling in this market, be sure to reach out and let's have a free strategy call to start you out and just talk about your goals and what you're hoping to accomplish in your timeline. We can take it from there. Feel free to reach out over email or text and we'll set up a time. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you again next week.